open to negotiation or discussion.
And if you do that, we'll leave you alone.
The Taliban must act and act immediately.
If you don't do that, there'll be a price to pay.
They will hand over the terrorists, or they will share in their fate.
And the Taliban didn't do that. Well, we're kind of circling back to that now, same position 18 years later. And a lot of blood and treasure under the bridge between 2001 and 2019.
So what does President Trump decide to do in that room, dealing with these warring advisors?
Well, he's not convinced by John Bolton's argument, but he doesn't make a decision to go forward yet either. They do begin talking about how they would go about finalizing a deal. And the idea comes up in this meeting of doing it in Washington, which appeals to President Trump's sense of spectacle and drama. The idea of making peace in Afghanistan after all his time in Washington was very appealing to him. And over the days that followed, he came up with an even more dramatic idea, which is to actually bring the leaders of the Taliban, as well as the president of Afghanistan, to Camp David. Now, Camp David, of course, has a historic legacy. It's where Ike and FDR and Reagan used to relax.
When we first arrived at Camp David, the first thing upon which we agreed was to ask the people of the world to pray that our negotiations would be successful.
And